Hello everyone, welcome back to Boundary Break series, where we basically take the camera anywhere we want and try to find secrets and new discoveries in some of our favorite games. I have always wanted to say that. Jokes aside, if you like what you see and want to see more, go subscribe to She Says. Then again, if you're here, you probably know who he is and are probably subscribed to him already. He's the original creator of Boundary Break, Region Break, and Sequence Break. 3 shows I highly recommend, by the way. But that's enough advertising now, YouTuber. Let's go. Insert fancy transition. What do you mean I wasn't supposed to... First off is the game with the very confusing name of Mario 64 Mario, which I will be shortening to just Mario for the rest of this video. This is the only game I've made with an excessive amount of culling. So if we lock the camera in place and use this warp over to Hazy Maze Cave, we can see the stage we were just in disappear while Hazy Maze Cave loads in the background. Now, the stage we were just in isn't gone, it's just invisible, culled out, so that the game doesn't have to render it. The game actually has a lot of these small optimizations, which is why the stage is able to be so big. Speaking of, if we lock the camera in place and run away from it, we can actually see Mario become lower poly. This is reminiscent to the original Mario 64, where the same thing would happen, just a lot more commonly. Funnily enough, you can actually notice when this switch happens because Mario will lose his ears. But otherwise, Mario's too far away for you to even notice. The coins don't get away so easily, though. Going over to the castle, we can see how all the floors of the castle aren't connected at all. They're like floating off in the void, away from the other parts of the castle. This is because, unlike the original Super Mario 64, all the maps are in one stage together, just connected through these warps. That's partially why this game uses so much culling. Hides all the warps. Here's a zoom out of the full stage without any culling. You can actually see an unused area that we'll explore in just a moment. Don't mind the cat. Over here we can actually find Bob-omb Battlefield. Normally it's inaccessible, but it actually has full collision, which is the same collision model from the original DS game. Now, it's been a while, so I don't fully remember, but I'm pretty sure I was using this area to test trees, but I never actually fully added them. Ah, Sonic Saga. What a marvelous little game. I never actually ended up finishing this game, but that kind of fits with the rest of the Sonic series. The original demo stage has quite a few things going on outside of the player's view, such as all of the moving terrain is actually just doors. Doors in Sonic Saga were able to be set to move instantaneously, which means I could have them morph the stage. By creating doors that looked like the game's normal tiles, I was able to basically move around said tiles. Another thing to note about the demo stage is this area off to the right with the secondary secret ring. This area is normally used in the hard version of the stage as its secret, but not here. All the things it's normally linked to in the hard version are no longer linked to it. Now we get to see what exactly happens the moment you press this switch that opens up the gate to end the level. In the hard version of the stage, you can see even more blocks out of bounds that cover up a slope that would normally help you get through that door. And here's the hard stage's secret when it's being revealed. And finally, to cap off Sonic Saga, here's a zoom out of Underground Zone. Before we go any farther, here's your potential spoiler warning. If you somehow still haven't played Super Mario Bros. Wonder, then you should probably skip to the next segment. And with that out of the way, let's continue. You could probably tell while playing it that the game uses Super Mario Bros. Wonder's Mario animations, which all do some forced perspective trickery to get the effect that they're looking for. Here's some quick zoom outs of all the other stages before we go into Chemical Plant. So why specifically Chemical Plant? Well, it's the only stage that Mario can actually appear behind. That's because the stage actually uses a 3D material, Unlit, or rather a fancy shader that is built off of Unlit. Nice stutter there, dude, you're doing great! You can actually see that on the back of Mario's model, when he has the drill mushroom, you can see a bit of his hat peeking out. Have fun with that knowledge. And now, for what you've all been waiting for, Snowball Slam. Right off the bat, we can actually see that there's some weird tiling going on at the edges of the screen. But there's a good reason for this. To pull off the effect where the player can't go onto the ice, the collision is actually set up around the edge of the tile, not on the tile, allowing the player to step a foot off the snow, but they can't go much farther than that. So the reason that all these tiles are rotated this weird way is that the collision at the edge of it is facing in a way that prevents the player from just walking off. Whoops, sudden jump in time because of a Halo match. Here you can see the weird angle the players are at all times. You probably noticed looking at the last bit of footage that the ice that's below the players actually goes way farther than you think it would. This is a contingency in case somebody plays with an absurd resolution. Even on the fourth stage, there's still tiles blocking the players in on the top, bottom, left, and right. However, you'll notice that the left and right side are actually two tiles on top of each other. This is because the game has three separate tile layers, a left layer, a middle layer, and a right layer. The middle layer never moves, but the left and right ones align themselves with the edge of the screen. In this footage, you can actually see how far the snowballs go before despawning, which is quite a ways out. So, apparently all the characters have a Yoshi model hidden underneath their normal model, excluding Mario, Yoshi, and Luigi. Luigi actually has a Mario model hidden underneath of his. I had to slow down the footage to get this, but you can see what all the instruction text does right off screen. I actually have no idea why it does this. I must have messed up somewhere on the animation. But you can't see it anyway, so who cares? Well, that's actually the end of the video. Well, if you enjoyed, you can go subscribe to She Says. He makes more of this kind of content. I kind of stole this idea. And as of recording this clip, his latest video is on GTA San Andreas. So hey, if you like that game, you can go ahead and check that video out, if you haven't already. And with that, bye-bye. Hold on one second. After editing Hypercat here, I do have plans for a project called Chubs that will have a free cam cheat, but I don't know what to call it at this point. Wow, Hypercat makes an original project. That's a first. Anyways, enjoy your day.